I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. And every day I affirm and pray that I'm blessed with everything I have. I release my fear, 'cause it's all so clear. I am held, I am loved, I am safe. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well. And now I see what my life can be when I trust in the process and have faith. And now I know when I just let go that I have all I'll ever need. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I am well, I am well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, all is well. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. I relax, let go, release and surrender. All is well, I am well. All is well, I am well.
God, the good, omnipotent. We are a beacon of love and light for those who need this spiritual home right now. Let us say together our vision, mission, and core value for today. Our vision: to awaken an awareness of spirit in our lives through modern application of ancient wisdom. Our mission: raise consciousness, transform lives, heal the planet, one person at a time, beginning with me. Our core value for today is spiritual principles. We uplift all people in their spiritual growth as we apply the principles taught by Jesus Christ and embrace the universal truths of other faith traditions. And now we'll have our daily word
The daily word for today, Sunday, July 10th, is generous. The limitless resources of infinite spirit flow through my loving heart and clear mind as a never-ending supply of divine ideas. I always have all that I need to live abundantly, and I share my abundance with others joyfully and freely. I give generous of my resources, talents, and skills, happy to support those I care about. I'm generous with praise, gratitude, and encouragement. I give generously of my time. I'm a good friend, a devoted family member, and a compassionate listener. Whenever I give myself without thought or reciprocation, I center myself in the divine flow. I am a grateful, trusting recipient of Spirit's unfailing generosity and a conduit through which all of God's blessings flow. And from Proverbs chapter 11, verse 25, a generous person will be enriched, and one who gives water will get water. And our affirmation for today, which I'll say and then we'll say together, as I give, I share God's abundance. As I give, I share God's abundance.
Thank you, Penny. This is a time in our service where normally we greet each other, come together for a handshake or a hug, but in the present circumstances with COVID starting to rise a little bit, we're going to forego that either now or circling up at the end. But we at least want to say hi to the people by you, reach around, wave, smile, and know that we are all together in spirit and heart. Thank you.
I'm not bored. Just sleepy. Okay, so this is our duet song. Remember, in the last two holy, holy, holies, I'm going to depart, and you guys are going to hold on to the holy, holy, holies. Thankfully, we have Donna and Penny today in the congregation, and they know what to do. So if you're struggling, listen to them.
Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. I want to see you. I want to see to know you. Hold on to those holies. Here we go. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. I want to know you. One more time. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. Open the eyes of my heart. Open the eyes of my heart, Lord. I want to know you. Oh, that was the best time ever, you guys!
All right, thank you, Lucinda. That was fun. Good morning, everyone. I'm Reverend Don, and it's a pleasure to welcome each of you to Unity Spiritual Center of Waco. Together we affirm and celebrate our unity, our oneness with all that is, and our oneness in God. Your presence is essential, for we know that none of you are here by accident or coincidence, and that each of you are a vital part of the energy that is Waco Spiritual Center today. Right here and right now, and we know that none of us should be anywhere else but right here. But Unity is a New Thought denomination, yet New Thought is nothing new to the world. It is reality, a synthesis of the greatest concepts from the minds and spirits across the ages. The laws of Moses, the love of Christ, the ethics of Buddha, the morals of Confucius, and the 5 pillars of Islam, and the deep spiritual realization of the Hindus, all find an exalted place in the philosophy of unity. And with unity, we believe that all people are created with sacred worth, regardless of culture, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or creed. And we know that neither God nor unity leaves anyone out. So as we start this service today, let's begin with prayer. Infinite presence, loving spirits, we come together today in your presence. We come together to open our minds and open our hearts. We come together knowing that there can be nothing that separates us from God or from one another. We know and embrace the oneness that is life. We embrace each other in spirit, knowing that we are each connected in your presence, in love, and through the heart. We each reach out and see your presence in those around us. Whatever their circumstances, whatever the behavior that's going on in the physical, we know that in truth, each of us are an expression of your presence, of that truth. Not only that, but we see your beauty around us in the world. We allow ourselves to experience this truth, this love, and we open our minds and look within to see the presence of God, to see that light, that love that is in each of us. For this is how we learn and how we grow, just being that truth. And for this we say, thank you, Spirit. We especially hold those in our hearts, in our minds, that are asking for prayer at this time, that are needing your healing power, your love, knowing that it does make a difference. That is the truth. We each make a difference. When the disciples asked how should they pray, Jesus gave them the Lord's Prayer, which we say together now is translated from the Aramaic, the language that Jesus spoke. Together, infinite presence, which is everywhere. Your name is sacred, your kingdom is come. Your will is throughout the earth, even as it is throughout the universe. You give us our needful bread from day to day, and you forgive our offenses, even as we forgive our offenders. And you let us not enter into materialism, but you separate us from error, because yours are the kingdom, the power, and the song, and the praise from all ages, throughout all ages, sealed in faith, trust, and truth. Each of us is the light and love of God, spiritual beings having a human experience. You are God's beloved, and we embrace you today. And this is the time we get to bless the children. If Lily'd like to come up, would you? Not sure about coming up here on these people. There you go. Okay, let's all rub our hands together and get some nice warm energy going and hold them out to not only Lily, but all of the children of the world as we say, Lily, we love you, we bless you, and we appreciate you just the way you are.
I am dreaming. You can't stop me. People pulling me all directions. Good intentions manifesting with my blessing. My new direction certain through with guessing. This is the way it's gonna be. Life is a flower blooming for me. My dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams. Waves are crashing, winds are blowing. May not know where I'm going, but I am going. This is the way it's gonna be. Life is a flower blooming for me. My dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams. Sweet as sunshine, flowing down like rain. Possibilities, you know my name. After the blossom, I'm tossing the seeds into the wind. After the blossom, I'm tossing the seeds into the wind. I'm setting them free. My dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams, my dandelion dreams.
It's a beautiful song. We appreciate you, really, we really do. I had a dream. No, it wasn't that dream. No, it wasn't one of those dreams either. But I had a dream. And I had it repetitively. I had it 5 or 6 nights in a row. And when something like that happens, I think, maybe it's trying to tell me something. Maybe there's something I need to learn from it. So I tried to look at it, to examine it, and just to open myself to receive a message from it. And hopefully I did. It was an odd dream, you might say. I ended up in Ukraine. You had the Ukrainians over here, and you had the Russians over here, and this battle going on, and I'm walking. It's kind of a forested area and stuff, and I'm walking toward the Russians. And as I walked towards them, they started pouring everything they had at me. Rifles, grenades, artillery. I was getting it all. But whatever was coming at me reflected right back to the source, going right back from where it started. I was looking at this thinking, that's kind of odd. And as I looked, there's kind of a bubble. Wasn't really visible. It was just kind of a shield or energy around me. And I just kept walking towards them. I could see the Ukrainians over there, and I told them, be still. Don't do anything. Especially don't shoot a gun. Don't do anything. Just sit there. I'm walking at the Russians. They're taking all these casualties from this stuff reflected back. I get up to the leader of that unit, and I said, you know what you're doing is wrong. You need to go home. You need to leave. Stop this now. He's kind of looking around, and he's got like 80% casualties, and he's kind of thinking, well, something's not going right here. Figured they needed to start falling back, moving back. I thought this was odd, a weird little dream, but what did it mean? So I had it over and over, and I looked at it. And what I got was this energy field was staying centered within ourselves, holding on to that truth, that love that we are. And as long as we stay centered, we can't take in all that hatred, all that anger, that fear that's going on when we're living our truth, holding on to that that's in here. And that's what I got from this. I told the Ukrainians, stay still, don't do anything to put out that energy on their side to bring it back. Because it would have come, I said, while I'm in this presence, you need to hold away too. Don't put that out. And I thought that was a great little dream. And last month when I had to come up with a talk title, I said, okay, that'll work. And then there was a student of divinity going to school that was stricken with polio. And from somewhere deep within him came an unlikely voice calling to him, of all things, to start dancing. He thought that was strange, but he quit divinity school and began to dance. And slowly and miraculously, his legs started getting better. He started getting his strength back and dancing more and more. And not only did he regain the use of his legs, but he went on to become one of the fathers of modern dance. This is the story of Ted Shawn. And it is a compelling story, and it's for us to realize that studying God did not heal him. Embracing God is what brought his health. The fact of Ted Shawn's miracle shows us that dance in all its forms is theology. It's theology lived. This leads us all to the inescapable act of living out what is kept in, of daring to breathe in muscle and bone, that which we know and feel and believe again and again. That's from Mark Nepo in The Awakening. Ernest Holmes said, "You are an individual awakening to great potentiality. Life made you out of itself and implanted a unique something within you, an urge that you have to rise in an echo from deep within, which is forever proclaiming, "Behold, I make all things new." Your desire for betterment, for a more fulfilling job, loving relationships, robust health, is the natural order of things. Your desire is the divine urge, the will of infinite life within you to know itself, to express itself. Divine soul is within you. It is the mind that was within Jesus. It's what he taught us. We're giving rise to the divine, but we are not giving rise to the divine, the absolute, when we think of ourselves or we think of another as a mistaken idea. We're giving rise to the divine in our relationships, but not while we're judging ourselves or others. We're giving rise to the divine in meaningful work in our lives, but not when we're performing those tasks through drudgery. We're giving rise to our health, but not while we dishonor our bodies, not nurturing them, caring for them. If we stay with the invitation to honor our divinity and not deny it, what is revealed in our life expression is something beautiful. Be fully present, mindful. This is a spiritual universe in which we live, and all our activities are of a holy practice. Or at least they could be. That's the invitation, the mandate, to move through all our activities, be mindfulness. Now I'm going to have trouble with it. So there was a little old lady that was kind of irate, called up the newspaper and said, "Where's my Sunday paper? It should have been here before now, and I don't have it. I want my paper now." Young man at the other end of the phone sat there and he said, "Madam, today is Saturday, tomorrow is Sunday, and we'll deliver your paper tomorrow." After a brief moment of silence, the young man heard at the other end of the phone, "I guess that's why nobody was at church today." Got in there somewhere. Giving rise to the divine is to be present, holy presence. Each time we bump into another blessed soul is a sacred encounter. So when we encounter another person, we're totally with them. We make that connection. Rumi said, when our focus is on the past or the future, we veil God from our view. This is a holy moment. The only way that we can know the peace that passes human experience is to surrender fully into the present experience. To be right here, right now, living this moment through our interconnectedness, through our heart. I was at an event a couple weeks ago, waiting for it to begin. It was outdoors, and as you can imagine, it was hot. Like today. I saw a young man that was sitting out in the sun, and he got up and he wandered over and sat under a tree, under the shade, and said, "Oh, that's better." But at about the same time, I saw a little old lady in a wheelchair sitting in the sun. She had on a nice, beautiful, actually, summer dress. Her hair was all fixed up. And as you looked at her, she kind of had this little bit of a smile on her face as she was just observing the other people, observing everything going on, being in that presence. And when you looked at her, you could tell that she was fully present. I don't find fault with the guy that went over and got in the shade. But when you looked at her, you could see it in her eyes, sitting there in the sun, and she was beautifully present in that moment, just being there. Holmes said, "The time has come, the hour is struck, the power from within has come forth and is expressing through my word. I do not have to wait. Today I enter into my inheritance. Today the truth has made me free." We can each do that right here, right now. Anytime in our lives, just turn within to that truth. Last night, a little before sunset, Linda and I walked out to take the dogs out to do their business. And I looked over and there was a beautiful sunset. It reminded me of a time years ago when Linda and I lived in El Paso. We lived on the west side of the mountains, so in the evening, quite often, we got to see beautiful sunsets when the clouds were right. And I remember a time when we were there and I looked out and I could see the clouds over on the horizon just start to turn colors, and I knew it was going to be an exceptional sunset, one you didn't want to miss. And I wanted to preserve it. So I ran to find the camera and finally I found the camera and I got back over, got ready to take the picture, but when I got back over there, I noticed the colors were starting to fade. I had missed that moment when it was all in that beautiful color. I missed that moment by not being present at that time, trying to do something other than live in that moment and just experience it. Let yourself be worked, pliable. Remember that old Christian hymn, "Thou art the power, I am the clay," or the potter, I should say. I was flipping through a magazine a while back. I think it was a National Geographic, and it had an article and pictures of Egyptian pottery. And there was an article that talked about how it was made. It said that the people who made the pottery got up early in the morning to get started and had maybe a cup of tea and just a piece of bread or something, and they went and started working the clay. They spent the whole morning working this clay, getting the water just right, getting it pliable, working till it was pliable the way they needed it to be so they could make these beautiful pieces of pottery. And then they took a break, and they had a feast for their lunch. All of the food they enjoyed, a beautiful setting. Got this all done, and then they took a nap. Might call it a power nap. They went back and kind of dreamed, just a short nap. But as they dreamed, they could visualize what it was they wanted to express, what it was they wanted to make out of this clay. And they allowed themselves to be pliable in their feelings, their thoughts, to be guided, so that once they woke up, they went back, got the clay, and started working, building these things of beauty, vases, and bowls, and whatever they were guided to make. It couldn't happen until not only the clay was broke down to become pliable, but themselves, where they could be led to make that choice, to make the right commitment. So we need to activate the divine. Once you've made yourself available to inspiration, totally commit to the divine rising in you. Activate your insight forward confidently, knowing that you have what it takes to usher blessings into your life, keeping in yourself God within you, and yes, I'm going to have to use that. Got me? All right, where am I at? Stay with it. Mother Teresa said to keep a light or a lamp burning brightly, we need to add oil to it. We need to do that also within ourselves, to keep ourselves burning brightly, to stay in contact with that truth. we need to add oil to it. Add that energy, our thoughts, our feelings, and turn within to hold on to that. And last, what do you want? If I was to ask you, or to give you an exercise to help activate the divine within you, it might get you to partner up with somebody, friend, a spouse, whoever, and think about what you want for the next year. And tell your partner why you want it. Pay attention to your story. What did you say? Did you say you wanted to make $100,000 next year? And when you were asked why, what for, did you say something because I have bills to pay, because I want to catch up, because I'm tired of not having enough money? Or say you wanted a loving relationship, and for the why you said, because I'm lonely, I feel alone, and on and on. Feel the energy of those statements, those reasons. If you're looking at lack or what's wrong or how bad you feel about something, there is a law of attraction. Our third unity principle is you experience your life, or you create your life experience through your thoughts, feelings, beliefs. And that's what you're bringing to you. The Bible says that you fear will be upon you. So we need to hold on to positive energy, positive thoughts. Listen to the difference of saying, I want to be healthy because I'm tired of feeling bad all the time. And saying, I want to be healthy because I want the energy to experience my kids or my grandkids. I want the experience climbing a mountain above the timberline. I want to experience the beauty of this planet, this sky. Hear the difference? But more importantly, feel the difference. Feel the difference in you with that positive energy instead of that negative statement. That's what we want to pull into our lives. What we want to be. We can activate the divine by tapping into the true holistic energy that's inspiring desires. So please get your partner again. Close your eyes and go within. Considering why you want what you want. What are the blessings of this thing you want? How can you express more life? Be of greater service? How can you show up as more of a beneficial presence in this world because of what you want? Take a moment, then open your eyes. Look at your partner in the eye and tell him or her why you want it. So as we close this, be fully present, mindful. Let yourself be worked, be pliable, be led, and activate the divine, that truth within you. The divine experience is not something you go to occasionally, glimpse, or finally arrive at. It's not an addition, acquisition, or culmination. It is the holy moment, and you can give rise to it all the time. Thich Nhat Hanh said, the miracle is not to walk on water. The miracle is to walk on the green path in the present moment, to appreciate the peace and beauty available now. We all have that in us. Just turn within. There's nothing to work at. There's nothing to attain or get. It's just a matter of letting go what is not real. Just being our truth ourselves. That's all we have to do. So let's take that now into a time of meditation. Right where you are at this moment, Just be here. Take a deep breath. Breathe in that truth, that love, that light. Breathe it into your heart and allow it to flow out to every cell of your body. You are an expression, a unique expression of the love that is God. There is no other person just like you. You are that unique facet of a diamond, that facet that radiates that brilliance, that light, reflects it out. You are love. So just for a few moments, let's just sit here quietly, breathing slowly in, slowly out, and allow that love, that light to radiate out, because you are a light that makes a difference. And so it is. So as we come back to this time, to this place, let you each know you are love. And so it is.
This is the time in our service when we have an opportunity to give back to the work of Spirit through our offerings and tithes. We give in love and gratitude for our own prosperity in its many forms, which comes to us through God, our instant, constant, and abundant source. Will the ushers please come forward? I invite you to hold your offerings in your hand as we say our offertory blessing together. Divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all of the good I am and have. All of the good I give and receive, and I am grateful.
Please join me as we bless this offering. Gift goes forth on the wings of love, and it lands where it can heal and bless. It returns to me, multiplied 1,000-fold, as the universe says yes, yes, as the universe says yes. This is where we normally are, and we're still going to do our prosperity affirmation and sing our song. You may stand. I stand, everybody stand. And together, we
Affirm the growth and prosperity of unity.
The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well.
Are the love of God. Let the church say, Amen.
Amen.